We flirted with the idea of the Vikings trading up to the 3rd overall pick. It's fun to talk about and it makes for good content. However, I've always held the stance that that's more fantasy than reality, just because if you want to trade up for one of the top 3 guys at quarterback, first off, you need one of the first 3 teams that have picks 1 through 3. You need them to do something that goes in your favor, not selecting a quarterback. Chicago being the most likely, in my opinion. And the highest that you can trade up is with Arizona for pick number 4. But the more that time passes on, as each day goes by, it's looking like it's more and more of a possibility that you can trade up to pick number 3. This was either the last video I did on Monday or sometime last week. I can't remember, but I mentioned the report of the Patriots may be open to trading down from the 3rd overall pick. And I said, oh, okay, and did a whole mock draft after that. But I didn't look too deep into it. But what's important here is why. Why would the Patriots even entertain the idea of doing that? Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi were your quarterbacks last year. Of course you're going to take Jayden Daniels or Drake May or Caleb Williams, whoever is available to you. Ian Rappaport, this was back on February 7th, tweeted out, worth noting for the Patriots, it appears Elliot Wolf will be in charge of the personnel department, with control of the 53-man roster, working closely with head coach Gerard Mayo, sources say. Matt Groh will mostly handle college scouting, with Pat Stewart heavily involved in all aspects. So Elliot Wolf is the guy, which I don't know why they don't just make him the GM over there in New England. I find that kind of weird, but whatever. Elliot Wolf is the son of Ron Wolf, who served as the general manager for the Green Bay Packers from 1992 to 2000. Elliot Wolf also worked for the Packers, and from 2008 to 2017 held the following Packers front office roles: Assistant Director of Pro Personnel, Assistant Director of Player Personnel, Director of Pro Personnel, and Director of Football Operations. Why is this important? Think about how the Packers have operated as an organization, historically speaking, as long as I've been alive, for going on 36 years. A very conservative approach. They are always focused on putting together a complete team. No leaks on the roster that has coincidentally surrounded a superstar quarterback. And I don't know if they were planning for that to happen, but it happened nonetheless. Aaron Rodgers, before that, Brett Favre, and my goodness, Jordan Love, maybe he could be the next guy. The jury is still out, but had a very, very impressive 2023 campaign. Focused always on a complete team. What does this have to do with New England? Well, if Elliot Wolf keeps that same energy from what he learned over there in Green Bay, sure, you could draft Jayden Daniels or Drake May or Caleb Williams, whoever is there at pick 3. Of course you can go ahead and do that. It'd be sexy. The hype would be real all throughout the offseason, leading into the regular season. You could do that, but their offense as a whole in New England is a hot-ass mess. They don't need just a quarterback. They also need an offensive tackle, a wide receiver, hell, 2 wide receivers, a tight end. So sure, go ahead, draft that quarterback who's going to end up sitting in a pocket with no pass protection, no receiving weapons worth a damn, and in the winter months at Gillette Stadium, getting knocked upside his head with his frail body, talking about Jayden Daniels, stunting his development. That's going to set you back years. Stop trading back and stockpiling draft picks makes sense for New England. The more and more I think about it, I wouldn't be surprised if Elliot Wolf makes the Patriots the Packers of the AFC. So if pick 3 is truly available, which it's looking like it is, the Vikings, they need to get on it before the draft. Hell, the trade between San Francisco and Miami for the 49ers to get up to pick 3 back in 2021. That happened on March 26th, before the draft. You do it sooner rather than later, you secure yourself one of the top 3 guys. Yo, Jayden Daniels, the more that I think about what he's going to bring to the table and what this offense can look like with Jayden Daniels under center, throwing to Justin Jefferson, to Jordan Addison. I mean, my goodness, when TJ Hawkinson is eventually healthy, you need a running back, but whatever. This could be an electrifying offense for the Vikings. Get it done, man. Did another mock draft to make this a reality, even though this is fantasy talk, still staying with the platform of the trade between the Cardinals and the Texans in last year's draft. The Vikings giving up 11 and 42, a future first, a future third, whatever. The Vikings getting pick 3 and 103. At pick 3, the Minnesota Vikings select Jayden Daniels, baby. Time to celebrate. At pick 103, Vikings select McKinley Jackson, defensive tackle out of Texas A&M. At 108, Christian Haynes, guard out of UConn. I like this dude a lot, man. I saw a couple of reps he did at the Senior Bowl. This man is just a beast. At pick 129, Tommy Eichenberg, linebacker out of Ohio State. 155, Dwayne Carter, defensive tackle out of Duke. 165, Marshawn Lloyd, running back from USC. 178, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., corner from Louisville. And at pick 189, Cedric Johnson, edge rusher from Ole Miss. This is your opportunity, potentially your golden ticket. If it's out there, you need to execute. And if Kwesi Adofo-Mensah makes this happen, hey, the Lewis Cine trade, that whole thing that happened in 2022 that we've been bitching about for 2 years, where you've got a safety collecting dust, that never happened. Hey, Men in Black, the pen, hit it. Not in my brain at all. We forgot. Hit the reset button. We good. Jayden Daniels. Yes.